Hello everyone and welcome to Bays Media right here in Johnson City. Today I'm with Miss Becca, and Becca, it seems like you guys have been here forever. How long have you been here?
We actually opened in 1944 as Bays Radio. As TV got more popular, we expanded and eventually began selling all kinds of appliances as Bays TV and Appliance. By the early 90s, we had phased out of sales and just moved into doing media conversions as Bays Electronics. And now we're in the process of changing our name to Bays Media.
Yeah, y'all got to stay with the times, keep up with those new names. So what all do you do here now?
We do a little bit of everything. We put VHS movies onto DVD, we do audio to CD, we do slide conversions, slideshows, video editing, we even do some rentals.
Why would you need to convert your old movies to DVD?
Well, all tapes will start to fade over time. For example, VHS tapes will start to deteriorate in as little as 15 years.
Wow. So is there any way to tell if a VH tape is getting bad?
Yeah, when you watch it, a lot of times you'll see some signal loss, which just looks like some little sparklies on the screen. You may notice that the picture doesn't look as bright as it used to. And also, if you've been storing your VHS tapes in a basement or a garage where some moisture can get to them, you may notice there's some mold growing on the tape itself.
Yeah, and people don't realize that storing them sometimes does a lot more damage than...
Right.
Yeah. So if you do find them and they've got mold and stuff on them, is there any way to get it off?
If it's not too bad, we can clean some of it off and go ahead and convert it.
What types of tapes can we convert?
We can do just about anything. We can do VHS, VHS-C, mini DVs, 8mm, high 8, digital 8, memory cards, 3/4 inch tapes. We can do just about everything.
So when I clean out the closet and the drawers in the basement and the attic, then I find all this stuff, I just put it in a box, bring it in here and say fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And you know, how much will fit on a DVD, like if I bring you a box in here?
We can fit about 2.5 hours for a DVD. So if you've got some tapes that have little short pieces on them, we can probably fit a few of them together.
Oh, that's great. What does it cost to do that?
It depends on the type of tape you've got and the length of time on your tapes. The easiest way to do it is just bring everything in and let us run time on it and see if anything is short and we'll fit together and then give you a call and an estimate.
Okay. What if one of my tapes is broken? Like, you know how the old VHS players used to eat tapes? So what if I've got like these great memories and it's been eaten?
We can usually fix them. If the tape is broken in the middle or if it's rewound off the reel, we can fix that for just $15.
Okay, let's say that I went out and I bought some movies that are on VHS and stuff, or something that I've recorded off TV. Can you convert that for me?
We can't do anything that's got a copyright. You can find the copyright either on the tape or the case or in the film itself. It'll look like a little C in a circle. And you can also assume that pretty much everything on TV is under copyright, even commercials and news programs. So we can't touch anything with a copyright unless we've got written permission from the copyright holder.
But if I own a tape, isn't it mine to do whatever I want with?
No, you don't actually own the copyright. You just own a copy of the copyright holder's material. So the copyright holder, like a movie production company, actually owns the rights to copying and distributing all their works to you, the public, and we don't have any rights to copy or make a profit off of their copyright. Even if there's actually no money exchanged, it's still a breach of copyright.
Okay, well that's good to know. So don't be bringing your store-bought stuff in here. Okay, do you also do film like the old films?
Yeah, we do 8mm and Super 8 and 16mm.
Cool, how's that work?
Well, we do it all here in the store. We've got a direct transfer system, so it goes straight from the film onto the DVD with no need for a projection or anything like that. We watch it all here as it transfers, so if there's some blank spaces or some really dark or light footage where you can't make out anybody's face, they won't transfer that footage and they won't charge you for that footage.
Well, that's really nice to know. So you don't have to sit there and watch all the stuff that you didn't want to see anyway.
Yeah.
So what does that cost?
It runs by the foot, so these little reels here are 50-foot reels. And then the larger ones have usually got the footage marked on the side here, so you can tell real easy. 1,000 feet or less runs at 40 cents a foot, and the price just drops from there.
Most places that do that sort of work mail the film off, don't they?
They do. We've got a big advantage here because we do it in the store, so we can consult with the customer about their work, and the customer doesn't have to worry about the loss of their film or their film getting damaged in the mail.
Well, that's true because, you know, you can't always trust where it's going to go in the mail.
Yeah.
Can you do anything about with old records and stuff?
We can do records and audio reels and audio cassettes on the CD.
I guess we just have to check on that, like with the VHS tapes, if they're copyrighted.
Right, still got to check the copyright.
Yeah, the older ones, some of them don't have copyright, so that's good to know. How much audio will fit on a CD?
We can fit 80 minutes to a CD.
Wow, you get a lot of those old records on there. How much does that cost?
It depends on the type of audio you've got and if you want it to be tracked or not tracked.
Okay, you need to explain that.
We usually track music so that each song has its own track number on your CD, and you can switch between the songs really easy. If you leave a CD untracked, then side 1 of your record or your tape would be track 1, and side 2 would be track 2.
It's like if they stuck their CD in, they couldn't like fast forward through a song pretty much to go to the next one because it wouldn't have the track in between.
Right, right.
Oh.
You just have to listen to it all together.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be any fun. Okay, so can I get extra copies made if we do that?
Yeah, we can do copies anywhere from just a few up to hundreds. We've got a duplicator that'll do 10 at a time, so we can do them pretty quickly. DVDs start out at just $5.50 for up to 10 copies, and CDs are just $3.50 for up to 10 copies.
Well, dang, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Becca, it's been some really good information, and I think everybody that has old tapes, old memories at home, they need to go through their closets, their drawers, underneath their bed, in the attic, wherever you've got that stuff stored. You need to get it because those big old boxes of VHS can be made to a little bitty bunch of CDs. Just think of all the room you'll save.
Got some VHS there?
Yes, I have some home movies I'd like to get on DVD.
You're in luck. We're having a huge sale the month of October. We're converting every 2-hour tape for only $9.95, and if you bring in 9 tapes, you get the 10th one for free.
What about my Uncle Frank from Kalamazoo? He has some too.
You can mail them to us with a phone number, and we'll call him with an estimate.
That sounds great.
I know! I've got a noisemaker and everything! Bring your VHS in today, and don't forget, the sale ends October 31st.
I'm back here at Bays Media with Becca, and Becca, we've got so much information that goes on here. I just want to ask you a few questions more about what all you do here besides just converting my old home movie to a DVD, because I know you do a lot here.
We do. We can do slides over to DVD. We can do photo slideshows, video editing, videography. We even do some rentals.
Wow, that is just a lot of stuff to take in. So when we're talking about the slides, what all can you do with a slide?
Well, we pull them into the computer, and we try and clean them up as best we can, color correct and that sort of thing. Slides will start to turn colors after a while, like a reddish-orange color, so we can correct that. We can put them to a DVD so that you can watch them like a movie on your DVD player or your computer, or we can put them to a CD for archiving and making prints.
So people need to go and get all those big old cylinders with all those slides and bring them in here to you guys and let you convert them down. Then they can get rid of all that mess and just have a nice little clean CD. That's awesome. So how much does it cost to do something like that?
The slides start at 75 cents each for 25 or less, and the price just goes down from there.
Wow. So what kind of slideshows can you make for someone?
We do all kinds of slideshows. We do a lot for birthdays and anniversaries and weddings, that sort of thing.
Okay, so what does it cost to do a slideshow like that?
It depends on how long it takes to get done. If I'm scanning the pictures in, I can do about 50 in a half hour for $50 or 100 in an hour for $100. If the photos are already on a CD, it's going to take me a lot less time, so I can usually get them done in about a half an hour for $50.
Well, so if somebody really's got a lot of stuff to do to save them money and you time, they need to just go ahead and convert them to the CD and bring them in. See, do a little bit of work up front for themselves. Can you do a lot of customizing with these slideshows?
We can. We can do titles at the beginning and the end and credits. We can even do a label for your disc or an insert for the case.
Oh, that looks so good, and that is really personal right there. I love that. So when you're doing all these labels and inserts, I guess you can do about anything with those.
We can do anything for just about any project, and we can even do shrink wrapping if you want to go out and sell your CDs or DVDs.
Ah, and I know you do good at shrink wrapping around here. What kind of video editing do you do?
We do just about anything, from home movies where people have left the camera on for too long without knowing about it, to doing sports highlight reels for sending out to colleges.
That's a good idea for a lot of these people that are wanting to get their kids high school football games and stuff. They can just record them and kind of give you a sheet of what parts they want edited down, and then that's a good little demo tape to send out. That's great. What does that kind of thing run?
It depends on the length of time it takes me to get it done. It runs at $150 an hour. So the best thing to do is go through and watch everything so that you know what you want cut out, what you want left in. Write that down so that I'm not trying to search through the whole tape looking for just the right pieces.
Okay. So now as far as videography, what all do you do there?
We do a lot of weddings. We do commercials, school plays, biographies. We're actually fixing to start working on our first DVD to sell about traveling the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. I'll have to come help you on that one because like today you're actually doing our commercial that we're in.
Right.
So that's awesome. So what all do you all rent here? Because I know now we've went through everything else you do. And if someone wants to rent some equipment, what all do you have here to rent?
We rent a lot for business meetings and presentations, so we've got your projectors and screens and mics.
Okay, well, come out to Bays Media right here in Johnson City and get all of your media needs.